Hello. In this lesson, we're going back to the devices a bit to create our presentation queue. So we can start by navigating to the queueFamily indices struct and uncommenting this from the isValid method. Then inside the find queueFamilies method, in the devices region, we're going to add a new for loop. We're going to count from 0 to the family's size and check if there is presentation support by the given family. This can be done by calling vk get physical device surface support khr. We pass in the device, family index, and surface, and the address to the variable that will indicate the result. We're not doing this in a find if because we want to use the index. You will also notice that we need the surface. This means that we need to create the surface prior to this. And it makes sense, the GPU will be able to present to the Windows surface only if the monitor that this window is in is connected through a cable to the given GPU. Essentially, we should only have one GPU on our system that is able to present on a given window. I move the surface creation before the pick physical device function. Now, when I get back, if a family has presentation support, we can set the presentation family to this index. And we can also break the loop. Interestingly, a presentation queue family could or could not be the same as the graphics family, but we must always consider them as being separate later on. So we create a new vk queue member field. We will call it present queue. Now, when we create the device, we will be able to set a unique queue family indices. We will initialize this set from the graphics family index and presentation family index. If the queue families are the same, then the set will only have one value. Otherwise, we will need to create two queues. I need to include the set header up top. And now I return to creating the queue families. I create a new for loop and move the queue info creation struct inside this for loop. We also replace the queue family index with the value of the for loop. And we need to make a vector of those info objects that we create for each queue family. So I create one now, and then I push the new value. We also go down to the device creation info, and now we will pass in this new vector size and data for the queue creation count and infos. Finally, when getting the device queues, we will use the pick devices family values for graphics family and presentation family. The fields in our custom struct are optional, so we can use the star in front to access the value. And the second get device queue will initialize the present queue. Instead of a star, you can also use dot value on the optional field to get the value. We can quickly build and test to see that there are no errors, and this seems to be the case now.